People who own multiple pets. What is some drama going on between them right now? In college. We lived in the second floor and would leave the sliding glass door open with the screen door shut on nice days. We'd often come home to find my dog stuck on the balcony. We figured out that my roommate's cat was opening the screen door to let the dog out and then closing the door. My roommate has 2 large male dogs and I have a small female dog. My roommate's male dogs like to roughhouse and play around sometimes. Whenever they get too loud, my little dog will raise her head and growl ever so slightly. Just enough for them to hear her. As soon as she does, they stop for a minute and start playing quieter. Peeping surreal to see. My 2 dogs like the same bed, so they will fight over it until the end result is they just both sleep on it while the other bed just goes unused. I don't see the difference between the two, they are both super soft. We got a puppy 2 weeks ago. Our elderly cat is furious when we do dog training sessions because cat deserves the treats instead. We end up doing joint training sessions and the cat is actually much more consistent than puppy. Edited to add. Pet tax. The dog doesn't like when the cat gives him dirty looks. The cat knows this. Will deliberately stare him down. And then expertly leap out of the way when he goes to chase her. 2 cats. I opened the window for the first time this year since the weather is finally nice. They have been pushing each other away for the best spot to smell the air. Dog 1 is trying to trick Dog 2 into following her into the garden so that Dog 1 can then storm back indoors to take Dog 2's bone she is enjoying. Dog 3 is sitting on the couch quietly waiting for this to happen. To be the actual winner of this scheme. I don't anymore, but I once had both a cat and a guinea pig some 25 years ago and they seemed to hate each other. Whenever my cat got near the cage, the guinea pig would start squealing aggressively at the cat and the cat would swat at the cage while sporting a look of utter disgust. That was a daily routine. It was the first thing that happened in the morning and it lasted a minute, then they didn't bother each other for the rest of the day and the cat could even nap on top of the cage at times without any protest for either. It was just part of the day for them. That drama just had to happen every day. That went on like that for 7 years. The guinea pig got really sick because he was old and I realized he doesn't have long left. I picked him up out of the cage and put him on my lap so he didn't have to die alone. The peeping cat came up and licked the guinea pig and laid on my lap beside him until he passed. Apparently the cat loved him all along. The 7-year drama was just their thing. That still amazes me. I have a cat, a puppy, and a dog. Cat likes to lower the puppy under the bed and he can get under but get stuck in the middle where it's the lowest. I have to rescue him usually around 2 a.m. and he wakes me up by scratching the floor trying to get out. Cat also likes to knock off things from the counter he knows puppy should not be chewing on. Puppy and cat like to wrestle with each other. But dog doesn't like the ruckus and barks at them to stop. Cat doesn't like the barking, so then he chases dog. Puppy follows cat and there's a train of 3 Tom and Jerry style through the house. At the end of the day though, they are always in a big cuddle pile, so I think they'll be okay. We have 2 dogs. A very large all-black German Shepherd. And a recently adopted miniature Dachshund. At first they were getting along fine, but now the German Shepherd literally follows the little Dachshund around everywhere he goes. They're literally inseparable now and it's kind of adorable lol. The only real drama that's come from this is that now both dogs fight for attention whenever the other seems to get some. Here's a picture of them in case y'all wanted to see theme and to find. My 15-year-old cat just died a week ago. He had a heart condition and we knew he was close to the end of his journey. His cis yellow lab has been looking for him all around the house since then. She won't sleep cause she is patrolling the house looking for her bro. A friend of ours who volunteers with a feral cat corner program capture, neuter, release caught 2 kittens who were too friendly to release. She called us up and said, "Hey, you like cats? Foster these 2 kittens, please." So now our 14-year-old cat Iris gets to deal with 2 rambunctious little boys. Sam the Siamese is a little afraid of her, so he doesn't bother her much. But Ralph the tabby very much wants to be friends with her. He'll even drop his favorite mousie next to her while she's sleeping. Iris was very put out that these little punks were invading her space. But she is slowly learning to tolerate the boys. She still deals out hisses and swats when one of them crosses a line. And they're respectful enough to back off. BTW. The boys are a foster fail. They're in their forever home. Edit because people were asking. Here's Sam and Ralph. And here's an old picture of Iris. I had to rehome one of my blue hellers because of littermate syndrome. She wasn't liked by our oldest dog and didn't take her hints. And when her and her sister would play randomly, they would start to attack each other. We couldn't handle the stress of them growing up together. She lives in a farm now with another cattle dog. We still visit and get multiple pictures a week. Old drama. But when I moved into my last apartment, my cats met my roommate's cat, Jenny. Jenny is an incredible creature. Talkative and cuddly and weird, but also passive-aggressive as Peep. She would get a little jealous if my cats got more attention. But mostly she just got mad when she didn't get to go outside. When she got angsty, she took it out on the other cats. In my first week, she pushed my oldest off the balcony. Marzipan hit the iron fencing below and lost a tooth. Somehow Mars still loved Jenny. We have 2 rabbits and a kitten. One of our rabbits, Willow, has a bad habit of humping our other rabbit, Luna. Even though they're both girls and neutered. So lately Luna has been striking back in full on face peeping Willow. I guess Luna's sick of Willow's peep. Also, whenever the kitten is in the same room as the bunnies, he runs for them. And the bunnies get scared. The bunnies either run back into their hutches, or jump up and land on the cat when he attacks, or they run away leaving a trail of poop pellets on the carpet.